NBA 2K22 hasn't even came out yet. We hardly know information yet. I am already making a video on Ronnie2K. And if you look at my channel, I never make videos on Ronnie2K. I've never once had Ronnie2K in my titles. I just don't talk about the guy. I'm completely kidding. I know you guys are, some of you guys are already typing on your keyboard saying that all I do is talk about Ronnie2K. But you know what? I wasn't going to make this video. To be honest with you, I really wasn't going to talk about this because it really wasn't a big deal. I mean, if I should have made a video, it probably should have been 2 days ago. But I went on Twitter and I saw Ronnie2K just... I just don't understand how a person who's ahead of a sports game that is the biggest basketball game in the world, even in a joking manner or not, which I don't even know if it is, because based on the tweets before, I don't think this is a joke, and I'm going to show you guys everything. But the original situation that happened was involving the 2K ratings. Now, I could say for myself, and probably a lot of you guys who watch the YouTube side of 2K don't really care about player ratings. I feel like player ratings are more for like the Play Now people or the Play Now online people. I mean, I guess people do care about it because a lot of you guys do play My GM and things like that. But I think there are more important things to be worried about in 2K than just the player ratings. Now, if you guys play Now or you play My GM, I want you to type 1 in the comments right now. If you don't, I want you to type 2. So, I mean, I originally thought about that. I'm like, okay, a lot of people don't care about player ratings. But now when I was recording this video and I just said that out loud, I'm like, okay, a lot of people do play My GM or whatever that mode is, and they probably do care about player ratings. So I do take back saying that. But for the most part, there's a lot more important things to worry about when it comes to 2K, like the gameplay, what new things they're adding, is it worth the money, you know, things like that. But player ratings mean a lot to a lot of people in particular, and those are the NBA players who are being based off their performance in real life to have it translated to a video game. So I can completely understand why a professional basketball player could be upset or not happy about getting a lower rating than they think they should. Now, we've seen this happen many times throughout the years. I'm pretty sure a year back or a couple years back, DeMarcus Cousins and Ronnie2K actually argued about it on Twitter. I'm pretty sure there's been other professional athletes who have probably said some things about Ronnie and the people who make the 2K ratings over there, but Ronnie2K is the one who tweets them out. So he's the one who puts out the ratings and lets everyone know. So not saying it's Ronnie2K's fault, but he's the one who puts the message out there, and he's usually the one who receives the backlash and ends up going back and forth with the people or with the athletes whose ratings are tweeted out. And this is exactly what happened with an NBA player by the name of Bradley Beal. If you don't know who Bradley Beal is, you live under a rock and you probably shouldn't be playing 2K. But Bradley Beal is a very, very good basketball player. And Ronnie2K tweeted out his rating, which I believe, I could be wrong on this, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was an 89 overall for NBA 2K22. So the 89 overall was not something that Bradley Beal and his wife, who is a big part of this, thought that that was a fair rating for Bradley Beal. Obviously, they thought that he deserved a higher rating, which he did not get. And Ronnie2K and Bradley Beal's wife actually went back and forth. Not kidding, this is a real thing. They went back and forth on Twitter. Some tweets have been deleted, so I'm going to include the ones that I could find. But they went back and forth on Twitter, and they actually exchanged some pretty harsh words. So it started off with Ronnie2K tweeting out the rating, and then Bradley Beal's wife commenting on it, saying that the rating should be higher and that the game's a joke, whatever. So Ronnie2K replied and said, "Oh boy, we have the wife upset too, along with Bradley Beal. That's real love. I appreciate that." Quote tweeting Bradley Beal's wife's tweet. So then Bradley Beal's wife's tweet quote tweeted Ronnie and said, "Don't flatter yourself. Your ratings are just a joke. I call it how I see it. I'm sure you'll run into a few others that share the same belief though. And P.S. the game is trash. Carry on." Now, this isn't just like a random person, whatever. You guys can say whatever. It's just Bradley Beal's wife, however you feel. But this is a basketball player's wife saying that the game is trash and that other people agree with this. And then Ronnie today, he went on Twitter and he tweeted out this, which, to be honest with you, is probably one of the weirdest things I've ever seen from like a 30-plus-year-old male who is essentially the face of the NBA 2K franchise for the most part. He goes on Twitter and he tweets out this. He says, "Hope everyone is having the best weekend except Bradley Beal's wife." Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, it's not really that big of a deal, but this right here This is the people, this is the person who's in charge of marketing the game. When I tell you that I believe it's Ronnie's job to go on the internet and try to gain as much attention as possible, even if it's negative, which 90% of the time it is negative, this is exactly what he does. He's here essentially insulting Bradley Beal's wife over the argument they got into. And the crazy thing about that is that Ronnie2K ended up deleting his tweets. Like, there's no more tweets about the situation that happened. He probably got told by the people up at 2K to delete his tweets because it's a bad look for the game. And then he goes on this and he tweets this out when there was obviously a little bit of an issue between Bradley Beal's wife and also with Ronnie2K. I just can't believe that I'm sitting here reading this out loud, that Ronnie2K, a grown adult, the face of the NBA 2K franchise, is on here jokingly poking fun at an NBA player's wife. I can't even fathom that that's a sentence that I say out loud. And NBA 2K22 hasn't even started. I feel like we're going to have a lot of these videos. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff happening this year. But that's crazy to me. I took a break from 2K, I come back, and literally nothing has changed. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to hear your guys' opinion about this. If you did, make sure to like, make sure to drop a sub, make sure to comment. I would appreciate all that stuff. I'm back for NBA 2K22. I love you guys. I miss you guys for real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.